Hello everybody, my name is Anthnwam. Welcome back to Let's Play Victoria 3's Italy. We're having a good time. We're very, very rich. We're making 146,000 pounds per month. Which, or not per, it's not even per month, that's per week. It's going very well. I mean, the investment pool is 17.5 million. Like, we're doing very, very well for ourselves. However, I am going to say that I think this is going to be our final episode of the Italian campaign. Because we've learned a lot. For sure. Also, North German Federation. Immediately to Germany. Okay, so I don't know what's going on down here, but you know what? Good work on the Germans. They've formed their own country. But I think this is going to be our final episode. We've learned a lot in our time here as Italy. You know, we've learned how the trade works, the economy, military stuff. So, like, we've done very, very well. I mean, people are very loyal. There's some disloyalty in the north, but that's kind of to be expected. So I'm happy with where, even though it's 1868. I'm happy with where we've been able to bring Italy. You know, we are amongst the richest countries in the world. We are currently the 5th richest. We're in 4th place overall. Who's richer than we are? Okay, now that Germany's unified, they have put themselves in the 4th place, which is, understandable. They are in 3rd place, only by like 4 points. 1 point now. I mean, like, me and Germany, we're going to be switching places, like, back and forth, but who is 3rd or 4th place. But we've done pretty. Support German workers. We support workers in Germany, boosting the power of the trade unions. Yes, that seems okay. How powerful are trade unions in Germany right now? Well, right now the armed forces are literally the only group in government. Is there a way that I can actually see? They're a pariah. 128. We can do a cut down the size cost of belly. France would join us in this. Britain, Russia, United States, Austria, Netherlands. I mean, we should cut them down the size. What does it actually do? Forces of Germany release all states and subjects that have gained through conquest in the last 10 years. Okay. You know what? I think this seems like a good final hurrah. Let's start this up. Who would actually want to back me? Russia does. United States does. Fantastic. We can also get new technology. Anything we can use for our war here? Minus 25% war exhaustion from casualties. Sounds good. We'll go with that one right away. States in turmoil, hot tensions. We do need more convoys to increase levels, but we can worry about that afterwards. 48. Do I need to mobilize everybody? I don't think so. Because we should immediately have the backing of the French. I want to deploy at least a handful of units to prepare you for this push. Let's go 3 divisions. The rest of them do just automatically garrison to defend. Okay, there's war exhaustion from casualties. Repeaters will be done in 16 months. Let's get repeaters. That seems okay. What are you guys missing for your barracks? You are missing. Yeah. Now you're not missing anything. Okay. 20 battalions. We recruited general. Put them in the Italian HQ. Fantastic. That'll just give me more of a boost here. We have so much money, man. We make so much cash. I have a gold reserve of 18.1 million pounds. We'll mobilize a handful of conscripts just to kind of garrison our forces here. Russia, the truth of Germany. United States, you want an obligation? Sure, why not? We'll get the Americans on board as well. Germany right now is worried. If we can get them down to fearful, this Dominic Clay does not allow additional war goals. Okay, fair enough. Do I need to mobilize more units to fight the Germans? Because again, like, me and Germany, I tried to be friends with you. I gave you, like, North Tyrol. And yet that wasn't enough. Obligation to Great Britain has been used as a pretext to request support to portray their country as less a threat to the world. Yeah, sure, why not? You can have a negative 10 infamy. I mean, I don't think... Well, how much infamy do you actually have? You have 0. You have 18.3. Who cares? 18.3? I don't even get out of bed for 18.3 infamy. We are at -16. They have way more offense capabilities than we do. What units are we using? Are we using our best soldiers for this? Got a lot of coal mines. The answer is no. We're not actually using our best units. Y'all got first aid. Naval bases go to ironclads, of course. Railroads, wooden passenger carriages. Do I need to deploy more units? I know German 8. How come we have 27 offense? 68 from generals. We're gonna mobilize you. I'm gonna throw you here for defense. Do I need to mobilize more of our leaders? We got the United States on side. I mean, no one else can join. I would have liked if the Russians were to get involved just to, you know, open up more fronts here, but unfortunately it's not going to happen. Do I need to mobilize the entire army? They're interested in North Germany as well. I think we actually might need to mobilize the entire army. Okay. So let's go to military. Armies. Mobilize all armies. Activate all conscripts. Bring them all ready to fight a war here. Again, all of you. We're going to send you to the front. Have you on defense. We're at negative 43. I mean, if 141 against 161 over here. Why is your offense so good and mine so terrible? Well, war's broken out. We got the Italians, the French, and the Americans all against the Germans. They're trying to get war reparations like a bunch of dorks. 103, 123. So you okay? So it looks like you have a handful of really good generals, which is something I did actually learn in my Germany campaign, which is not on YouTube yet. So our units might just perform worse. Well, 5 out of 16. We have the right to assembly. Okay. I mean, people like us. I mean, the landowners fucking despise us, but they don't. Who cares about them? They don't matter so much. Do we have any laws we can use right now to national militia? Would allow me to recruit way more units. Yeah, let's go for national militia. Oh, we got our first battle here against the Germans. 52 defense against 116 offense. 30% from commander trait expert offensive planner. Plus 59 from army morale. Plus 30 from commander trait expert artillery commander. Oh, so because we're fighting Moltke. Moltke is just a very good general. He's very, very powerful. He's very good at his job. Okay, so as I was saying, apologies for a weird little cut in there, is Moltke is just very good. He's exhausted, so that's going to be a benefit for us. We're currently doing aggressive maneuver, which is going to be a more morale damage. Will 5 of their units be able to kill 16 of mine? No. Okay, it looks like our aggressive maneuver is able to counteract his incredibly strong army. Yeah, Moltke, get the hell out of here. I don't think, like, I would love if I could somehow do, like, a political assassination on Moltke. I don't think I can get that done. It would be hilarious. And it would actually greatly help me out. Like, why am I actually... Like, why are we doing so well here? Let's look at our troops. 117. From skirmish infantry, some shrapnel artillery, and they're getting a plus 30 from expert artillery commander and a 30% on top of all of that, which is pretty fucking good. We have a 44 defense. Negative 61% from equipment adjustment, which is completely my bad. Because we switched our equipment right before this war started, we are taking a penalty for that. I don't know how... Okay, it does go away slowly. Our units will be getting better and better. It's because they were not set properly before I actually declared war that we are suffering this penalty. That's completely my bad. But, like, our units eventually should be better, even though... I mean, we're taking fucking way more... Like, a 2-to-1 casualty ratio right now, but... Look, somebody's got to take the beating here, okay? And it looks like we'll actually beat the Germans, which I'm very, very happy with, even though it was a pretty bad battle for us. Again, that one zoom-in level is still, like, super fucking choppy, and I don't know why. Still haven't figured it out. Still have not figured it out. We got 100 defense, but yet we're still just overpowering them. I'm guessing we just have more divisions. We're willing to throw more and more men at the problem, which is the Germans. So we'll just throw, well, yeah, let's throw troops at the German Empire. Even though we do take incredibly heavy losses here, it still is going all right, I would say. Will we actually win? Got Bedouin migration. How's France doing, by the way? Active battle sent against 24. The French are going to get pushed back here. Unfortunate. Not much we can really do about this. Okay, now Germany is pushing us back, which, I mean, is understandable. I mean, they have way more defense. How bad is our penalty right now? It's now -50. So again, it is getting better and better. It still will take some time. No, we do got American troops here. Robert E. Lee, thank you very much for supporting my maneuvers here. I do greatly appreciate it. We have input goods. We actually don't have enough ironclads. Do we not make ironclads? We don't. We don't make any. We can get some from France. We'll get some from the British as well. Unproductive trade routes, 5 battalions in reserve. Yeah, so I think my problem is for our military is that instead of having a handful of really good commanders, I just had a ton of shitty ones. Which is something that I would like to fix, you know, again, for our next campaign. Okay, some of these guys have pretty low morale. Right now at -45. See, it's getting better. It will cost a lot of Italian lives, but my god, as a sacrifice I am willing to make. France, how are you doing, by the way? Have you managed to push in? The answer is no. We're still actually winning. Well, how the hell are we winning? Because you've lost significantly more to attrition, I guess. 220, even though you have a stronger army. War support of 81. From exhaustion, -18. Where do you actually see exhaustion? I mean, our exhaustion, I mean, it's just war support minus exhaustion. Base decay, initial war support was at 0. I guess they're just losing a lot of troops. Okay, we will win another. So we're doing fine on defensive battles. When we're defending, we're doing absolutely A-okay. I will say one thing I do like about Victoria 3's war system that is not really in Victoria... Well, it's not in Victoria 2 at all. Is that in Victoria 2, in order to actually win a war, you had to... Especially like a cut down the size cost of belly like we're doing against Germany right now. You would really have to occupy a significant amount of German territory. What I like in Victoria 3 is that it seems like casualties have a much higher ratio of how much this matters. Like, losing a lot of troops. Yeah, hey, guess what? That means your country doesn't want to fight anymore. This is also even a thing in Hearts of Iron 4, which only really actually changed but with By Blood alone. They added, like, a casualty to affect your war support, even though that doesn't really have a big... doesn't really matter too much in that game. But having it just so that your casualties and your wounded are very important. Losing troops is bad. Why are you having a naval battle? What are you talking about? Okay, we're defending the mountains. Is this Moltke? No, this is Karl von Goeben. And I'm assuming he's way worse at his job. Like, we're actually killing more units now, which is fantastic. And yeah, we're taking a 27%. Okay, we got freedom of trade. Public address goes awry. This is for... What law are we actually doing? The National Militia. I do want to get the National Militia the best chance I can. Right now it is at... It's literally 0, which is not great. Plus on exports per trade level or more imports. Do we want to buy or do we want to sell? Well, are we buying more or are we selling more? I think we're selling more. So sell. I don't know how. I mean, again, our economy is going to have a little bit of It's gonna be a little expensive for a while because, hey, guess what? War's expensive. I don't know if you knew this or not, but war is not like a cheap thing. Okay, 12 against 30. I will say the French, they've won a handful of battles, but not many of them. I mean, every time I invade Germany, they kick my ass. Every time they invade me, I kick their ass. It's a real back and forth like that between our two countries here. Because right now, we're just bombing Tyrol. I do like how there's these little artillery. I still wish that they had the little troop people. I don't even know what you call. Like, they're not really sprites, but you know what I mean. Like little guys are shooting guns at each other. I think that's a little bit more interesting than any of these cannons just sitting here. But it does show that we're just bombing the fuck out of this little city. Okay, so we have managed to push in like a single tile into Germany. Poor visibility, but they've also had a bad maneuver on their part. Rain mines. We're fighting in a mine? That's pretty cool. Okay, Service Suez is finished. We can add construct Suez Canal and Journey of Italy. Italian relations toward Egypt will go up. Or coercion. No, I'll pay them for it. I have more than enough money. So you know what? If I can build the Suez, construct the Suez Canal, any state is owned by Italy, any building Suez Canal. How do I buy it? Scramble for Africa. I don't actually know. Acquire the lands in Sinai. Any state, all the relations between Egypt and Italy are greater or equal to 20. Is not at war with Italy. Any state. So it's like if any country's at war with us. What much we're at -12. So I guess if they like us enough, we can be able to buy it off them. That's kind of cool. I mean, if we can get that done while we're in a war with Germany, I think that seems reasonable enough. There's also war going on between Burma. Honestly, Burma, by the way, fucking sweet flag. That's a great flag right there. Okay, France. Okay, you're actually going to win a battle. I'm very, very happy. 20% offense. You're doing more morale damage. I do think morale damage matters more in this game than doing actual damage towards troop numbers, at least in terms of advancing the fronts. When it comes to lowering morale. When it comes to lowering this number, I believe the number of men dead matter. Whereas when it comes to taking territory, morale damage matters a little bit more in that instance. I'll say 19 battalions in reserve. What we can do is, like, this general, he's 41. Pious, don't really care about that. But if we promote you, we cost 5 bureaucracy, who cares? His interest grew, which is intelligence, to get a little bit more powerful. But he can just hold more units. So he now controls 63 divisions. And I can promote you a second time. Does it say he's a general? Okay, now he's a rank 3 general. So you can have 84 troops now. Which is he's 20% attrition, which I'm assuming all of you have. And that's based on how many units I think are actually on this front. If they were to be on standby mode, I believe that affects the attrition rate. Right now, I'm kind of okay with where it's at. Okay, France will win a battle down here. So they've won a battle. Like, they push into Germany ever so slightly. They're still doing, I would say, a decent job. Are we out of any expensive military goods, opium, small arms? Look, opium's always going to be expensive. We can get, like, a little amount from some of you guys, but really not too many. Wait. Am I backing the British here? I'm automatically backing the British. Are we allies? Declare rivalry. We're not. I don't remember choosing your side on this. They promise an obligation to support our side. They don't even like me very much. Whatever. It doesn't really make a big difference. We're not sending troops to Burma. I can tell you that right now. And if they want to go and they want to invade Portugal or something like that, that is their prerogative. I am not going to assist them in any way, shape, or form in that regard. By the way, okay, so we're still... Yeah, we're still third. Germany still has a bigger GDP than we do. Their standard of living is way worse. I mean, we're pretty high up here. You know, number 10? I mean, the second one is the Indian Territory, which is 18.3, and that's, yeah, a lot of them are just, like, small countries. That's how it usually is with, like, a standard of living and stuff like that, is usually the smaller your country, the higher your average standard of living is going to be. Okay, human rights have been unlocked. So we got... do we still actually... Are we still fighting against Moltke? He is still here. And Moltke is the biggest threat to our power. Small arms import. We'll get that from the United States. Get that also from France. I mean, it's just that it's expensive. It's not that we don't have enough of it. It just costs us a lot of money. Got a vulnerable front. I mean, that's not my front to deal with. I mean, the Qing have backed you, which I'm a little surprised by. You want to open the British market. I find that kind of hilarious. But, you know, you do you. We've almost actually filled our coffers. How much money would it cost to bank? 215,000 pounds. Okay, that's a bit much. But how much money do I have? I have 17.1 million pounds. You know what? I can afford to start throwing a couple hundreds of thousands of dollars. What's your GDP? I mean, you probably actually don't even need this. No, okay. Recall this back. Is there anybody who needs money that we'd actually want to support? I don't really think so. Okay, so we have won most of the battles here. It's about 50-50 for the French-German front. I will say that I think France is doing a little bit better in that... No. Germany's doing a little bit better in that regard. The French are not really pulling their weight. 4-8. You're not going to win this, right? Again, it is Moltke. When Moltke's on the field, we definitely have more problems than when he's off the field. How much money would it cost for me to give you cash? Only 76,000? I mean, your GDP is not that high. Great Qing. Okay, we now have National Militia. We can still export sulfur. Send us the Ottomans. So now... we should be getting a lot more garrison support? Wait, no. Yes. Actually, I don't even know. Wait, I already forgot what we actually researched. Or what we got our spread on. What are we getting right now? Military. So we get one per tech tree. You know, actually, that makes perfect sense. That's where we would be getting our bonuses here. We are occupying South Tyrol. Wait, no. We already occupied South Tyrol because that's part of my actual country. Okay, clear the map mode. Wait, no, Germany occupies South Tyrol. When did Germany occupy my territory? Germany, get the hell out of here. I mean, again, we're winning. They're a negative 30. I think they're very... size of German loan. Germany is poor. They have German loans plus 32. I'm assuming we're... I mean, it doesn't show our numbers because we're the player. And you don't have any modifiers. I don't know. How much money do you guys actually have in your bank accounts? I don't know if we can actually see that. But eventually, like, Germany is going broke. Besides the German loans, 32 million. Revolutionary Oman. Okay, we don't care about that too much. Clear neutrality in this matter. I think Burma, yeah, Burma looks like they just gave up without a fight. Which, I mean, is completely understandable. From our... okay, something just skyrocketed. Why are we're now losing 70 million pounds, but I'm not giving anybody any money. Is it due to, probably due to conscripts. Yeah, because they're already... okay, so yeah, they're getting conscripted into the army right now. which is going to basically, how much is that going to, it's going to like triple or quintuple the size of the armed forces. Now we actually still have enough weapons to give all of our troops, which I find very funny. Okay, import guns from whoever we can. So now that we have mobilized more units, and I don't think we can demobilize them when we're at war, we just generally don't actually have enough guns to give all of our troops firearms. Which I know that like it doesn't sound very good when you put it in that framing, and I'll admit it's not very good. We do have repeater rifles. Let's go with you next. But I think that, at least for the time being, is going to be a good time to end this episode. Thanks to everybody for watching. My name is Anthnwam. If you've enjoyed, remember to thumbs up. Not enjoy, thumbs down. You want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.